Hello! Okay guys, this is part 4 of the raccoon themed junk journal that I am doing. I was challenged by Gwen the Trash Witch here on YouTube. If you have not yet found her channel, please go check her out. I'll try to link her video or her channel down below so you can check her out. She is so sweet. She's challenged me to do a sewn-in signature, which I did that in part 3. So if you haven't seen part 1, 2, or 3, please do so. I did make a playlist on this journal that I'm making. So go to my playlist, and it should be the first one that you see. Raccoon Journal is what I labeled it. So here we go. Let's get into it. So because I have pretty much I got the signatures sewn in, I got the pages dyed pretty much, I got my flip-ins, and it is a Z. It's a Z signature. So on this front side will be the fall and a little bit of Halloween. I've already covered my spines, did that off camera. And then you flip it over and you're going to have winter, kind of Christmassy, and covered the spine on that one, did that off camera, just because I wanted those to dry a little bit before I filmed for part 4. Because now that we're on part 4, we're going to start decorating. And so I'm going to do this front page because I can't wait to get to that one. And for these little tails, these are going to have little beads and charms on the end of them, but I don't want them flopping around with beads on them yet until I'm done decorating, so that's going to be last. Okay. Alright, so I've got an image going on here in my head, and it requires this guy being on the front here. And he's going to have some trash kind of around him. We've got a Reese's Pieces wrapper here. That's going to go there. Okay. And I made him a little hat. I just couldn't decide if I wanted him to have a black hat or a turquoise. No. That's kind of cute, huh? I wish I could hear you guys. I think we're going to go with black. But I'm going to save this one and use it on a different little guy. So this hat will be used, just not on the front. Okay, so let's glue him down. And I want to use some of my leaves on here too. Look at this beautiful mix of leaves here. So that's going to be used on the front too. Alright, we just got to get him glued down, because he is a trash panda, and he's sticking out of the trash can with his witch's hat on. Maybe he found the witch's hat in the trash can and he put it on. He's going to take it back to his nest. Okay, so, and I gotta put this guy on just right so there's enough room for the trash in the hat. I think it went right there. And guys, I have my window open today because it's really nice, and I want some fresh air to come in. But you're gonna hear noises from outside. So just fair warning. If you hear weird noises, it's because it's coming from outside. Okay, so we've got him on. Now, this is kind of slick paper back here, so I don't know how well this is going to glue on. But we'll find out. He was looking for goodies. Just smashing down here. Alright, I'm going to hold that until it takes hold. So how's everyone doing? How's my journal looking so far? Pretty cute, huh? I think though, my next 2 journals, I really want to use those paper pads that Bex got me. So I think my next 2 journals, one is going to be a fairy one. I'm going to make it a little darker though. Not like darker, like spooky or scary, just darker in color. I don't want to go pastel. So we're going to go slightly darker. And then I want to use the Club Velvet paper pad too and make another darker journal. I had my chance to play around with pastels last month. Now I'm done. I want to go back to my darker stuff. Okay, I think that's going to stay. I wasn't sure because the wrapper's kind of slick on the inside. And then tinfoil, I'm pretty sure the tinfoil will stay. I had these candy wrappers. I pulled these candy wrappers out of my my shoebox where I keep all my garbage, all my junk, like garbage. Not some of the art supplies that we consider garbage sometimes. Does that make sense? This is actually garbage that was meant to go in the garbage can and go out to the dumpster, but as an artist and a junk journaler, everything can be used as art supplies. And I crinkled this one up so in a way I could still see the Reese's Pieces words there, and then their big R. So let's kind of thin that out some. So I'm just praying that that trash will stick there and stay. Alright, let's put his hat on. So what is everybody working on? Do share, do share. Are you enjoying me, watching me make this journal? It was out of a fall for alert, so if you haven't seen part 1 or part 2, you might want to go back and watch those. Yeah. That hat is gonna kind of peek off the corner there, which I wasn't sure if I'm gonna like that. The hat might get damaged, but if you're really careful with it, it should be fine. That hat kind of peeks over the corner a little bit, but I think it should be fine. Alright, let's put some leaves on here. And that spine is some of that fabric that I just got from Silver Moon. Some of this. I was able to tear a piece off this stuff. If you cut it at the top a little bit and then like take the rest of it and just tear it down, you get this torn edge, which is really cool. So I did that. So this piece was wider, right? And I only needed half of that, so I still have another half. So let's go ahead and put some leaves on here. So who's looking forward to the Halfway to Halloween challenge, which I will post the rules on that on the 13th of this month. And then the Halloween challenge will be from April 30th to May 7th. It's going to be fun. That one's already stuck down. Should we put some leaves kind of in the air like they're falling down too? This is fun. I just can't forget which ones I already glued down and which ones I still need to. Where's the red one? I know I cut some red ones. So we needed that red one up there. Put green one there. There's a glittery one. Put it up that corner. Another red one. I love it. I love it. Alright. I don't want to overload it with leaves, but I do want another sparkly one. Here's a tiny one. Okay. And one more there. Oh, I like it. Okay. And then I'm thinking adding some dewdrops too. What do you guys think? Pretty cute, huh? Oop, I think I hit the camera first. Okay, now I just gotta glue these on carefully. My fingers aren't quite working well today. It's hard to grab and pick up. Sorry, I get really quiet when I get focused here. Tighten it up a little bit more. There we go. Alright. 3 more. There we go. Alrighty. Those are all glued on, and that one looks good. I think I want one right here in this corner. The purple one. Okay. Now I'm trying to cover up this. I need a tiny one to go right in there. I think that should work. Ooh, my tummy's growling on me. Okay, where's my dewdrop? Alright, I'll put dewdrops on here. Should we put some purple? I don't know what's in his hand here, but I kind of want to... I don't know. Oh, his hand's here, so he's got some garbage on both sides. So, right in the middle. Oh, guys, let me know. Alright, maybe I should not. Let me know if I should find another piece of trash and just glue something there, or just leave it. Or, let's see, if it's probably too late. I probably should have put a slit in there, huh? Or I can put it right there, but then you won't see his hands. I can put it like that. Let me know, guys. Give me some ideas. So I won't finish decorating him then. I want your opinions. Sometimes when I ask for opinions, I don't usually get any. Alright, let's put some little stars. I know it doesn't really make sense if he's in the forest. Well, stars are just kind of cute. Maybe we'll put that on a different page then. Okay. So, yeah, tell me, what would you do with this center? Leave it? Or put something silly? Alright, let's go to the inside. Where do we at? 18 minutes. Okay. Alright, we have a welcome. I should put that there. Cause we welcome all of our fall lovers. Welcome. Okay. Now I have this little guy. I really want him in here somewhere. Look, I put him in here. And he's gonna go right there. But I want to back him up on some white. So you'll see what I'm gonna do. So I need some white paper. Will he get on there? Oh, just barely. Not quite white enough. bigger. Oh yes, that's gonna work. Yeah. So we just need to glue him down. And while we're letting him dry for a second before we cut him out again, I'm going to take the back of this and I'm going to sand it just a smidge, because these bags have a lot of gloss to them, and so you just need to give it some texture so the glue will stick to it. So you're kind of making micro scratches in the glossy paper. So I'm just using, I think I got this in some Happy Mail a while ago. You can get a bunch of them at Dollar Tree too. Okay, see how that's all scratched up now? And we didn't do the front because we don't want the front glued. Right there. And while that's drying, we're going to cut him out. And I forgot a step. I kind of wanted to glue this string in between him and the paper, and I didn't. But no fretting. I'll show you how I'm going to solve that. So I'm going to cut him out, and then I'm going to use one of my old paper punchers and punch out a piece of paper, a little piece of paper, and we're going to use that as our hold our string on. I'll show you. I'm probably not describing it right. Don't want to cut his little toesies off. He needs those. Watch your toesies. Ta-da! Now you can write a message on the back. Okay, so here's one of my old, really used hole punchers, and let's see. I think I just emptied it not too long ago. I'm going to see if there's any white in here. Yep, there's a white piece right there. We're going to use it. I'm telling you, you can use a lot of different stuff. Okay. Nothing's really garbage to me. So we're going to put that right there. going to take that little dot, put it right there. I'm going to let that dry for a second. I'm going to come back to this, make sure that's sticking down. Okay. Alright, so now this little guy, you can write some stuff there, and he will go right in this tea bag, just like that. He'll be peeking out. And then this, I think we could, so it's not hanging off, clip that right there. I've got a big clip right here. So I could put a tassel on that. Let's get out my scraps and see if there's anything we can use. That might be too bulky. I like that one. We'll leave those out. Okay, I like that one too. Maybe we should put that one right there. We'll leave that one up. I like that one too. I like it all. That's why I saved them. There we go. I was looking for a nice red. Okay. This one's got some stuff on it though. What's that? That must have been glued on something then. I'm going to heat set that ribbon. Very carefully. Perfect. This just stops your ribbon from fraying. You gotta be really careful when you do it though, and you gotta do it quickly. And then once it's dried, you can feel there's now just a slight rough edge there because it's all melted there and it won't fray anymore. So what am I doing today? Jesus. I was not being careful. use that one to tie it all on. Okay, so now oh, that's cute. I love that. Okay, so we're going to take this black one and kind of use it as our tie. Okay, I got to do this part off camera though, because I got to do it really close to my body here. Get it tight. There we go. Oh, I didn't do it tight enough. So that one's going to flop around a bit. Okay. See how this one I didn't do it. You're supposed to tie that like closer. My fingers aren't working today. So you could open them up and just wiggle it down. There we go. See? Now it doesn't move. There we go. Now, I forgot to heat set those. There you go. Now, that one can go right there. Alright. Do we need to put some leaves in here too? Or some mushrooms? Okay, isn't that cute though? I had a lot of fun with that one. Alright, I might come back to that one. Let's see what I'm going to do here. I think I wanted this raccoon right here. Because there's stars in the night sky here. What are we at? Oh, we're already past a half an hour. Alright, let's get this one on. Some of this takes longer than I thought it would. So I will be doing some of the decorations off camera. For some reason it's harder for me to make decisions when I'm filming. Plus, I don't know about you guys, when I'm sitting here by myself not filming and making decisions, sometimes I'm just sitting here like thinking like, right? You guys don't need to see that, right? And then, maybe it is here. So this one, this little guy, this might be a pocket, I'm not sure. Or I can back this up on some white cardstock and make it a flip out with hem glued on the front of that. So there's still enough writing space. Yeah, I think I might do that. So I want to do that off camera. And I think, just looking at it, I might have to cut a fresh strip, but I want some of this on this edge. When I open up, you can see it. But I have a whole roll of it over here. See. I think I got this a long time ago, or at least 4 years ago. I'm trying to use stuff in my stash. Alright guys, you will have to tell me what you think. I will check in with you daily. I just won't decorate as much on camera. I'll make a lot of that decorating decision off camera. But it's a good start, right? I still don't know what image I want to put on the winter Christmas side. I mean, I have all this stuff that I'm going to glue in the Christmas side pages, but for the front, I don't know, because I really like these mushrooms, and I didn't want to cover it up with the image. Like, yeah, you're not going to see. So whatever it is, it's going to have to be a small image. And I thought that was kind of cute. Put happy holidays, but still, I don't want that. I don't want the mushrooms covered up. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Any suggestions? Isn't that just adorable though? Alright. I'm gonna have to leave you guys here. I don't want to make the video long like it already is. Alright. I hope you all have a magical day. Bye.